release all of that in one here?
Probably the biggest thing is the flag core.
And then yes, right.
Okay, it's the most popular core, and the core is what holds the coin in there. NGC is the most popular certifier in terms of in pure numbers.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Their most popular core is flag core. Who, of course, is the exclusive distributor of flag core? That would be me.
You.
And so
right
I'm able to bring you this right here. So this is incredibly collectible on several levels.
Okay.
And here's what it comes down to. First of all, they did the Eagle Privy. So we have an American Eagle, and that's the eagle that's on the reverse. That's why we call it the American Eagle, 1 full ounce of pure silver. But if we go to the obverse of the coin is where they did some. A Privy mark is a mark that's put on a coin by a mint to denote time or place or an event or something like that. And it's right above In God We Trust. Look at that little eagle in flight. There you go.
Beautiful.
Isn't that spectacular?
Yeah.
The only silver eagle ever made by the United States Mint. They've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of them. There's only 500,000 that has that eagle on it. And you're looking, and we have them right here in Mint State 70. And what I like to say is it's the most American coin that the United States Mint has ever done, and here's why. An unstruck part of a coin is called a field. It's the open field.
Okay.
So you have an eagle flying in an open field over In God We Trust.
Oh.
Okay, now on an American Eagle coin, now you put that whole thing together, and so the coin is spectacular from just an appearance standpoint.
Yeah, right.
But now let's take it to a numismatic collectible standpoint. First things first. They only made 500,000 of these coins. The rarest silver eagle prior to this, Mint State Silver Eagle, ever made by the United States Mint was the 1996 American Silver Eagle, before they started doing the Privy marks.
Okay, right.
3.6 million.
Wow.
So almost 10 times.
10 times, right.
In Mint State 70, today that coin, NGC, Mint State 70, it's about an $8,000 coin. Okay, this coin is 10 times rare. You're going, okay, well, the newer coins grade a little bit better. And that's usually the case. But here comes the rub. Here's the hard part. Here's why you need to put this into your collection. I'm going to sell these out, and they are going to be irreplaceable. And here's what it comes down to. The West Point Mint makes all the American Silver Eagles.
Okay.
They're really good at it.
Sure.
And even then, when we get coins directly from the West Point Mint, only a certain percentage of them will grade absolutely perfect Mint State 70. These coins, however, were made at the Philadelphia Mint. Fine mint.
Sure.
Really bad at making silver eagles.
Say, probably far less.
They aren't very good at it. They don't do it.
Ah, right.
And it's a two-step process. Now they have to make the silver eagle, which they're not terribly good at, right? Then they have to add the Eagle Privy. It's the second step of the minting process. And if I talk to the graders, that's where all the problems are, is around the Eagle Privy. And so because of that, from the Philadelphia Mint, now we get a coin that's also what we call conditionally rare. So it's very rare and high grade. And the higher the grade, the more it's worth. And this coin is perfect. So there's 500,000 coins, but in Eagle Privy, there's like 1,000 coins.
Sure, right, exactly.
Okay,
well,
so that therein is the rub.
And listen, we're saying these numbers of what's being made and what's being graded, but right now here at HSN with Mike here, we have 300 or less right now. 300 or less right now.
And those are my final quantities.
That's it.
Those are my final quantities. You really need to understand that.
And flexible payments, I want you to take a look. Maybe you're shopping with us for the first time. Maybe you're jumping into coin collecting for the very first time. We're one of the leaders here, one of the most trusted places to buy your coins. And if you jump into flexible payments, that means all you're putting down is $100. That's $100 a month for 3 months. No added fee, no added interest on that as well. You can jump in right now. But these go incredibly fast. I want to give you a heads up on there. When you see something, you can jump in and grab it now, and you're seeing it right there on your screen, just how rare it is. And so many people now are jumping into silver right now, jumping into silver coins.
And that's the other thing. I just read a big silver thing that, I'm a silver trader in essence as well.
Sure.
And kind of the whole silver thing right now is absolutely crazy out there. We're in our 6th year of silver deficit, which means we use more silver every year than is mined or refined. Silver production this year is down 3% from last year. And you have demand and use, particularly industrial use, skyrocketing. And what that creates, it doesn't necessarily matter to the United States Mint, except they can't get enough silver. And so that's why I think they only made 500,000. They could have made 5 million of these. They could have made 10 million of these. They could have made 20 million of these with the Eagle Privy and sold every single solitary one. It is that Eagle that we get right there. If we can see that eagle, where are we at? Right here.
The Privy, there
right
it is.
there, that Privy is the key. See that little eagle flying?
That's a great
It's the
shot.
very first time, that looks fabulous. That's the very first time that the United States Mint has ever done this. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
Additionally, because it's a mint state silver eagle, the United States Mint, that's a fabulous shot right there. The United States Mint did not sell these directly to the general public. They only sold them through a system where they're called authorized purchasers, APs.
Oh, okay.
There's only 12 in the world.
Sure.
They got all of the coins. And then they distributed them to dealers. They didn't even sell to any collectors.
They didn't, okay.
Okay, they didn't sell to any. And the premiums that the mint charges and the APs charge beyond the price of silver is substantial. Then you get the coins and have them certified, and now all of a sudden, you know what the problem is? There's absolutely, positively not enough coins to go around. And that's the rub with this coin. So there's not enough coins to go around, just regular coins, only 500,000, right? There's only 500,000 made. And so that is absolutely the rarest silver eagle ever done. Now make a mint state 70, and you have got one of the greatest collectibles. I don't go on here and willy-nilly say, this coin is going to be a generational collectible. I will say this coin is going to be and so generational, what do I mean by that? Once in a generation. With this, and technically the Eagle Privy that came before it, the 2 Privy marks. Okay, which they did in 2024. That's the pair. Those are the only 2 that they've done. They did the Star Privy, and go to hsn.com and look for Star Privies.
No, they're sold out. They sold out.
Yeah, we don't have any.
I mean, that happened so fast. Listen, I want to point a couple things out here. We're going under 300. There's going to be less than 300 of you that are going to be able to take advantage of this. And every time I do a coin show with Mike, I always say it's a show of opportunity. This is opportunities for you to jump in right now, whether you are a collector for years and years or whether you are jumping in for the very first time. This is your opportunity right now. Take advantage of the flexible payments. You're putting down $100 a month for 3 months, no added fee, no added interest, to pick something up this rare 2025 MS70 NGC early release Silver Eagle with that Eagle Privy. If you picked up that Star Privy, now you've got to get the set and pick up the Eagle Privy.
Well, and here becomes the other thing. You're going, well, if they're so rare, how do you have them? I mean, that's a legit question.
Sure, yeah.
They only released them like 3 weeks ago. Okay, and so I have my final quantities. Now understand, out of the 500,000 coins, just to be clear, I bought 50,000 of those coins. So I bought 10% of the entire mintage.
Yes,
okay? And we're down to our final. So we had our Annex Advance Release.
Yes.
Okay, gone.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
We had our first day of issues. We had all of our things in Annex and NGC. This is all I have left. This is it. And and to some degree saved the best for last. To be able to get early release, to be able to get mint state 70, and I'm talking about even all the mint state 70 coins. And so what happens here is we are at the end of the run. I was doing the same thing with Star Privies.
Yeah, right. I remember.
We have none left. We have 0 of them left. I'm seeing them out there for $400, even $500, $600 for Star Privies out there. And understand, this is just the next coin. Now, I've heard tell, they've not officially announced, that they're going to make a 3rd Privy. But what I've heard is if they do it, it won't be until next year. So we're at least 6 or 8 months, even if they do it, even if they can come up with enough silver, because they're doing other Privy marks now in proof coins. So they did a silver proof Silver Eagle. Put the Privy mark of the United States Army. For the 200th anniversary of the United States Army. They sold that on the United States Mint website. And it took them almost 30 seconds to sell it out.
Almost 30 seconds.
Almost 30 seconds. So I logged in to the website, and it was like 1 per household. You get like 1 per household. And so when it goes on, it says, we put you in a waiting room before you go in before you can go into your order. And the thing that came up on my screen, I wish I had my phone with me, I could show you, it says, your wait is 1 day.
What? No. For real.
For real. Your wait is 1 day to be able to get out of the waiting room. Please do not refresh or close this.
For 1 day.
That was the Army Privy. So they sold those. The United States Mint sold those for $105. They're now selling in the marketplace, uncertified, ungraded, for about $400.
Wow.
Okay, and they're not even shipping them until August.
Wow.
The certified coins are going for as much as 1,000. So Privy, so this is the only Privy you can even buy, and I have this at my original issue price for the 200 coins that are left. The Privy mark, once again, and let me go into this. So this is, I know it's saying, well, it's just a regular Silver Eagle. It is not. It is not. It is not. If you look at that Silver Eagle again, and we got to go, oops, same thing, right there, right there where you have the eagle, right over in God we trust. That's what sets it apart. I wish they'd have made $5 million. I wish they'd have made $10 million, but they made $500,000.
Sure.
And then more importantly, they made it at the Philadelphia Mint, which is really bad at making Silver Eagles. So now to get them in high grade, they're insanely difficult to get in high grade. I called a friend of mine today. He also bought about 30,000 coins. And I said, do you have any more Mint State 70s? I'd like to, pick some up from you. He goes, I have 25.
25.
25 coins.
Gee, of course.
25 coins. That was it. And so that's 20%. Between me and him, we bought like 20% of all the Eagles. So what you're finding in the marketplace, the United States Mint estimates 150 million Americans are coin collectors.
Yes.
So in the Flag Corps, about 1,000 of you can own the Flag Corps.
Yeah, sure.
Eagle Privy's only 500,000. Only 1 in 300 collectors can own an Eagle Privy at any price.
That's true. That's true.
So when they said they were going to do an Eagle Privy on an American Eagle coin, I'm going, oh, this is just going to be, great. Because they're going to put them on the little Eagles like they did on the Franklin half dollar that looks like a butterfly. It's going to be horrible.
Right.
And then they put that eagle flying over in God we trust.
It's beautiful.
Over the open field, and they made one of the greatest coins, I think, that the United States Mint has ever made.
There's only 250. They're going very fast.
Very fast.
250 remaining, and on a coin show right now, 250 goes like that.
And understand, once that 250's gone,
that's it.
That's it.
That is it. Jump in right now. Maybe this is the first coin you've picked up. Maybe this is the beginning of your coin collecting. Maybe you're looking to buy into something for the future. Buy in now. This is your opportunity right now. Take advantage of the flexible payments. This is it. Okay, we're going to move on. We have a lot to show you. When we do 2 hours of coins, sometimes we move quickly because things sell out quickly and quantity is low.
Oh, we're going to have some crazy sellouts tonight.